Righty. Just like that, we're back again.
This is when the boarding pass falls from the ceiling into our hands, just like episode 9.
Yep, literally yesterday.
Yeah.
It is a day after the team announcement. It's the 31st of July. We're back for episode number 10, back to regular programming videos. And yeah, just to reiterate from yesterday, the support and thanks that we've received over the last 24 hours has been quite amazing, and feeling very grateful and very loved right now with all the support we've received from family, friends, close ones, just people in general that have been around. So it's
makes this bit easy for us, doesn't it?
It definitely does. And you just wanted to say thanks to that.
It's been overwhelming. My phone's just been running hot with all of the messages of support, and it's just incredible to know that there's a massive community behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly the WA cycling community as well. There's been so many people come out of the woodwork messaging of support, saying they've been following our journey, and it's just incredible.
Yeah, and it's a special thing. It's a community. It is. We talk about it takes a village to kind of get to that point, but the village is the community aspect of the people that we meet along the way. That's the cycling community, that's our friends and family, that's the waste community and stuff as well, like athletes yesterday, just seeing their general happiness and joy to see the result for the both of us. It is special.
Yeah, it's like a bit of pride, isn't it, when somebody within your community gets selected for a major games, and that definitely resonated from a lot of the athletes yesterday that came up and congratulated us. So that was really special to feel that.
Yeah, definitely, and even just being a little bit of inspiration for them too. There was definitely people who were saying it's inspiring, and good to see that, and knowing it's motivating them too. It just feeds off one another, and again creates more of that positive culture and a culture of excellence and high performance, which is what we pride ourselves on, holding ourselves to that standard. So if we can impact others in a very small way, then that makes our job that much more worthwhile, that much more rewarding, on top of what happened yesterday and all those good things too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yesterday was a special day, and now we turn our attention to big nasty session on the track, which like we said, it'll be easy now, but we've both got some pretty tasty efforts. You've got some 750 metre efforts being pushed off from the motorbike, and I'm on the Le Mans 30-second. We'll have a bit of an argument about who's working harder today. Feel like it might be you. Your efforts are slightly longer than 30 seconds on this one, but we'll see.
You're going full tilt, so we'll see.
We'll
see. But as you said, yesterday was pleasure and fun. Today is strictly business, and that's exactly what it is. We switched it back on this morning in the gym. I had a pretty good session. You had a pretty good session too.
Power numbers are back up in my little activation then, so looking forward to getting on and getting stuck in. So you'll see how tasty these are, and should be good fun.
Should be very good. So we'll get stuck into it. I've got Moto Push 750s, so on a small gear, so working on velocity and just a bit of that conditioning. Got 4 of them today, and then you've got a similar session on the Le Mans as well.
Yeah, similar. It's like you really charged up to that cadence, and then when you feel yourself falling, which is inevitable in a 30-second effort at that cadence, you're just trying to hold on and hold the cadence that you've got. Yep. So we'll see you out there. I think I might be up first for my efforts.
Maybe,
we'll see you over there.
All right, cool.
I've been trying to get the cadence up as high as I possibly can, and then just hold. So I got up to 142 last week, but I'm hoping to get there for rep 1, because I seem to warm up into these real length efforts. So I'm trying to focus on real quality from the first effort. All right, Matt. Fuck. That is effort one. So let's go. Oh yeah.
Is that what Richard has those carbon insoles?
Nice helmet, Chris. Yeah. Let's go. Right. Effort one down. What do you reckon, Matt? What do you think?
I loved it, mate.
Loved it. All right. Let's go. Yeah, well, I was pretty stoked with that for first effort. Hit like peak cadence was the highest of last week. So let's just, if we can do that again another 3 times, I'll be a happy man today. So I'm feeling fit. Feeling fit. My heart rate's still 135 and it's been half an hour. So hectic. Zone 2 for the whole recovery period. I got backup. It's my backup. Yeah, I'm putting it on for the effort. Oh, that's all right.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Oh, it's just like a beanie now. Which way how did we go like that?
Ah, oui, oui.
Lemon. What? What? How are you supposed to do it? Is that it?
There you go.
Aha.
There we go.
Wee. Yeah, I know I'm doing it for the meme, but can you pull it off my head after I finish the effort? Because I may overheat. I may die. My heart rate's now 145. All right. Ah!
All right, lucky last, effort number 4. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Effort number 4, last effort of the day. Kane's definitely winning the award of working hardest today. Finish on a good note and we'll wrap up this video.
Yeah, I'm sure Perkalicious will give me a countdown. Oh, camera is straight o'clock for the last one. One to go, effort 4. It has been a big, big session. Sent me to the shadow realm. But here we are. We don't quit.
Hey?
We don't quit.
No, not quitting.
We don't quit. Do you want a time? Yeah? Just give me a little second to compose myself. All right, fire in the hole.
10. 5, 4, 3, 1. Yep.
Ah! Ah! Having 4 session done. That was massive. Absolutely massive. Ticked off. This is how we got here.
Good shit, mate.
Yeah,
Hardest work in the room today.
done. Hope and desire
Hope and desire. Where are you going
is
with that?
what keeps the salmon driving up the stream. That's the takeaway
You want to
from
elaborate more on that?
that's the takeaway from today's absolute cookery out here on the track. I hope that some of those videos and audio give you as the viewer a bit of an insight into some of the training that we've been putting ourselves through over the last little bit. Today sent me to the absolute shadow realm, and yeah, I go to a crazy place and I'm still not back on planet Earth yet, so Luke's going to be doing a lot of carrying here and diverting my absolute crazy brain, but
Well,
that was pretty brutal.
it was for you. You definitely I think you definitely carried the session in terms of working hard today. But yeah, you definitely sent it to the shadow realm, that's for sure, and it was impressive to see. And like you just said too, this is since the last video we made, like the last training video we made, the phase that we then entered was quite big in terms of, you know, the last little bit of big gym strength and then a lot of like length stuff on the track. So it's been quite challenging, plus then everything else we've been dealing with too. So there has been elements of just very high stress, but making sure we take the time to check in with one another and make sure that we're both doing well and getting through the sessions and being there to support one another, plus our wider support team as well, supporting us through those tough times, inevitably gets us to this point that when we have a day like yesterday, it does make today easy to do, because you know, okay, yes, the goal is clear. Because when we last left off the video, we were like, we didn't actually know what's coming up. We knew we were working towards, but we didn't actually have that clear, concise, this is the thing we're doing. And then with the announcement happening yesterday, it's like, okay, now we know this is what we're doing. So every session that we have like this, it just makes that switch in your mind that little bit easy to go, all right, this is why we're doing it, as opposed to like, okay, we know what we're trying to achieve here, we know what we're working towards, but there's still that element of doubt of like, I hope this is all not for nothing. Whereas now it's like, we know it is for something, we know what it is for, that we still put the same amount of effort in every single time, but just that little thing in the back of your mind, it just flicks that switch. You just find that bit more, and like just every effort you do, you just find that little bit more. You finish your third effort and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do a fourth one. And then sure enough, you're swinging your leg back over the bike for a fourth one, and then away you go. So it's definitely helps a lot when we have, I guess, that positivity as well. But as we've discussed many times, breaking things down in the moment when it gets very hard and very challenging, is like just take it one effort at a time, one rep. Even during your efforts too, like your 30-second efforts, you're probably going, okay, get to 10 seconds, then get to 15.
Yeah,
on the 15, I'm halfway,
phases.
and then like...
Yeah, and it's definitely something we do on the track as well. It's like we come out of the gate for our start, and you've got the out of the seat component, and we were talking about it like a week ago, just you and I. We're like, okay, once we sit in the seat, we've got 3 laps to go, and we've done a lap. So we're like,
we're breaking our race down into phases so that you're going, we got like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and
Yeah, exactly
yeah.
right.
And same with those efforts for me. Like, I've got the drive in the seat because they were seated efforts up to peak cadence, and you know when you're at peak cadence because you're just not getting any more out of it. And then that's when you're just trying to hold, and it's through that middle section, hold for as long as you can, and then you start to feel it drop off. And then once it starts dropping, you're just like smooth. So you've kind of got like those 3 phases through that 30-second effort to work your way through, rather than just looking at the whole 30 seconds. And for you with the 750s, I imagine it's much the same. You've got that little boost at the start and then hold and
exactly.
drop off. I guess you are being dropped off at a top speed, whereas
Yes.
I'm still doing the acceleration portion. So what's it like for you during that effort?
Yeah, so I think we did these last week, but I was getting dropped off at probably like mid to high 60 kilometers an hour. My peak cadence was only like 142, I think, last week, whereas today I was getting dropped off at probably like 70, 75 k an hour. So I'm probably starting the effort. Like my last one, I hit 160 RPM on a small gear. So like the rate is far higher. But again, it's get dropped off, stay smooth, and kind of like hold consistent power. And then, for that first lap, the speed feels quite consistent. Then when the metabolic stuff starts to kick in and the fatigue and the lactate starts to build up, you can feel, okay, so then I kind of bump up the effort, but the wattage might stay quite similar. And then again, you kind of get to that last lap, again, you're tailing off, so you try to bump up the effort, but then the speed's kind of dropping at that point. Because when, to reference it in terms of sprint, this is how I've explained this before on camera, but I've explained it plenty of other times, is if you do a full-on 30-second sprint, like on the erg, like we did a few weeks ago, you go, if your effort is 10, but your power will spike and then drop off, but you get an average. Whereas you can also then do a 30-second effort where you go, okay, well, I want to hold an average, so your effort might start here, but your effort ramps, and the power ideally does that and kind of holds steady. Where that's kind of the effort today, was there's not a big spike in power. It's kind of, all right, I'm here, I hold, I hang on for as long as I can. So as the effort goes on, the perceived effort within myself gets more and more challenging because I'm fighting more and more fatigue in the system. And that's the whole point of the session, is that, I'm at a very high velocity. I'm taking a lot of muscle contractions to building up a lot of that stuff, trying to clear it out, and then repeat the effort in 25 minutes, which is all going to help the kilo and particularly the back end and backing up 2 rides. That's the whole purpose of that. And it was a good session today.
And I think it'll definitely help that back end for the both of us on the tandem when we're absolutely falling away and the cadence is starting to drop, but we're just being smooth with it. Definitely helping with that stuff, because it can get a bit choppy when the fatigue's setting in and we're trying to get more out of it. So it's about just being smooth and trying to hold the cadence. And it's definitely something I find is that, like, even today, like a couple of those efforts, like, I felt like I was just being really smooth with the pedaling, and those were the ones where my cadence stayed the highest, rather than trying to like grind out more out of it.
Yeah,
so
you're using more effort at that point.
Yeah, it's almost like it almost feels like less though, because you're being really smooth with it, and you're not just trying to like push through it all. So
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. You kind of know that once the lactic acid starts to hit, there's not really much you can do to fight past it. You're going to start falling off the cliff, as we call it. So the case is just be aware of it, accept it, know that it's going to come, but then try to stay smooth and efficient. And if anything, it's more, the smoother you can stay, the better it's actually going to be. Because, we've had efforts where that does kick in, but then we start to try and stiffen up, and then the bike starts moving around and we're using more energy to stabilize the bike. Whereas if you just know that it's going to come, and if anything, you just make yourself smaller, just try to like relax into it and let it go, it actually is far smoother. And like you said, you see better power numbers, better average cadences and stuff like that. So it's just being smooth and fluent, and then accepting the pain that is going to come, and then embracing it too. Because I guess there's a part of you sometimes, if you're like, oh, just keep digging deep, but it's actually just making not things worse, but it's not actually helping yourself. Whereas if you just go, all right, no, this is the process, this is what we do when we hit this point of fatigue, you kind of get far more comfortable with that too, and you can manage it a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was a good day, a couple more hard sessions, and then
one more session on the tandem together here in Perth before we get on that plane over to Bordeaux. So Friday will be a lot of fun. I think a lot of reflection on the journey over the last 4 years as well, getting out on the bike for the last time before we head over for the big dance.
Yeah, exactly right. It's been yeah, I mean, it's
Last gym session at Waze.
the last gym session always. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like it's the last things ever. but
Last
it's-
session with the squad. Oh, before we take off
Yes,
for the big goal.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing we've been working
Yes.
towards for the last 4 years.
Yeah, the thing that you work towards. And that's
Yeah.
the thing to go back to the beginning point too, and talks about breaking down efforts. It's the same thing too when it comes to breaking down goals. You don't go, okay, this is my goal, that's where I want to be, but the mountain is so high. You go, okay, what are the steps along the way?
yeah.
What are the processes? And it's kind of, we've now transcended all of that, and we're at the point almost of the pinnacle of what we've been trying to set out to do over the last several years. It's like you kind of can stop and take a moment to see the surrounds and
Stop to smell the roses.
smell the roses, yeah. Take everything in, enjoy it all, reflect on the whole journey, and there will be a lot of reflection. I think it's important. I also think it kind of will ground us in the moment to kind of just appreciate how fortunate we are to be able to do this right now. But again, not that that's from luck, that's from hard work and perseverance and commitment and dedication and all those qualities. But yeah, reflecting will set up the next phase to know that, if there are any other challenges and those kinds of things that come up over the next several weeks, which I'm sure things will, because that's sport and that's life. But you kind of can probably take a moment and be like, I could be back home in Perth right now, not here, right? Or not here in Paris or doing what we wanted to do. So kind of we'll give that perspective.
I mean, there are athletes who have missed out on this opportunity who do have all of those attributes of hard work, dedication, drive, and have put in the same level of work over the last 4 years. So I think, if anything, you want to do it for them as well in a way. Like it is an absolute privilege to be in this position for us, and I think that we need to take that with both hands. And yeah, for me, it's just that little bit of extra drive is kind of doing it for those that have also missed out as well.
Yeah, no, definitely, and that's I think we talked about at the beginning of the session in terms of culture, and that's what kind of drives culture, is that you can be aware of those that have helped along the journey to get here from a team perspective as well. Athletes going to competitions and scoring points and all those kinds of things. Like, everybody has played a part in the journey, and then it's those that are at the finishing point aren't the ones that. Well, how am I trying to say? Like, how am I trying to word that? I don't know. But the ones that are at the finishing point, but there are people underneath that have played a massive part in that journey too. And like you said, it's doing it for them as well, as much as for us.
Yeah.
But it's acknowledging those that were there along the way, and I think that's important when it comes to building team culture. And it's something I've spoken to other athletes in the past around team pursuit teams and stuff, where maybe they've got a squad of eight or so people several months to years out of the games, and that kind of whittles down. It's the people that were there every single day, every single training session, helping push you along to get to where you are. Those people are incredibly valuable to the program, and need to be acknowledged. And I think that's an important thing to do in this time as well. And I definitely acknowledge everyone that has played a part, and just our immediate team, the national cycling team, the whole entire country as well. There are amazing people, and they're all part of the team, and they're always with us in our thoughts, and doing it for them, doing it for us.
Yep. Here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else? No.
Nah, I'm good. My brain's empty right now.
I can imagine.
So the next time we get in front of the camera, we'll be in sunny, warm Bordeaux. There'll be probably no jumpers,
No.
no leg warmers.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Baguette in hand. Ho, ho, ho.
I'd rather a croissant, but that's for after racing.
Yeah. So I don't know when we're going to film next week, but there will be an opportunity. We'll have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time over the next week, and stay tuned, because the next couple of weeks are going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
New track scene.
Yep. New track.
New gym scene. New
gym.
environment. Yeah, it's going to be bloody awesome.
It's going to be very good.
No other way of putting it.
No, that's all right.
Anything else to add, mate?
No, that's perfect. See you in Bordeaux.
That is a wrap. See you soon.
All right.